like and subscribe. What are some type of people you cannot stand? People who cannot handle other people's political opinions. Type of person that always has to be the center of attention. People who take a very long time to say not very much. Constant one-uppers. People that rudely interrupt someone speaking to tell their story, and especially those that do not even acknowledge that they interrupted someone. Edit to at, I'm completely sympathetic to people who are aware that they do this and are trying to work on it. I edited my original comment to try to single out people who are just too self-important to care that anyone else might be expressing themselves. Adults who make their birthday your problem. People who are rude to wait staff. Cokeheads when they decide it's time to tell you something. Know it also insult and deride anything outside their circle. People who try to make other people look bad to make themselves look good. Kissers. Just to name a couple. Arrogant type that think they are better than you because they have more than you. People who are intolerant of other people's culture. And the Dutch. Anyone who drops litter immediately makes me think they're the lowest quality of human being. Especially when they do it out of car windows. My life is worse than yours in every way. Seriously, it's not a competition. I have a coworker who we will call Mildred. One day my dog died. Well, her two kittens got ran over. My grandma passed away. Well, hers died in a car wreck. People who are overbearingly positive. People who use this is how I'm to defend their actions. People who take themselves too seriously. There's a time and a place for certain things, but I despise folks who don't know how to at least occasionally have a laugh or two and realize that, at the end of the day, we're all just trying to get paid and go home. People who think they are entitled to everything. PPL who base your worth on what your career is, and what school you graduated from. PPL who are impatient over dumb things. A type PPL for sure. In terms of socially, I've never gotten along with blunt people. Nothing against them. In fact, I kind of respect it, but I never click with them. Probably because I'm insecure, and I know they can and will call it out. A lot of people who describe themselves as blunt are just poorly socialized and or jerks, in my opinion. People who can dish it out, but cannot take it. People who go on about their parents' achievements, or how rich their parents are. I really don't care about your parents, and it's not a flex to go on about them. A flex that I would actually respect is what have you achieved. Narcissists. People on moral crusades. There is no simple exchange with these people. It seems that talking with them must result in me, or whoever they talk to become more like them. Really annoying folks. There's a quote attributed to Winston Churchill. A fanatic is someone who can't change his mind, and won't change the subject. People that sit in the left lane in traffic then get all mad when they get cut off. Whiners. Horses. Cheaters. There is literally no excuse to cheat on someone. If you do not want to be with them, break up with them. Cheaters are cruel cowards. Hypocrites, narcissists, nazers, fascists, die-hard communists, animal abusers. People who project their insecurities onto you. People who treat others like garbage, and then act like they're the victim. People in the workplace that treat others below them poorly. People incapable of admitting they're wrong or sorry. Just say my bad and move on. It's really not that difficult. I dated someone that was incapable of apologizing. I spent an hour trying to get an apology out of something really mean and rude she said. She said she wanted to properly apologize. Sure. So I waited 2 weeks to buy. I ask again. Her reply was, I wanted to get you a cake, but it couldn't fit, I'm sorry, I can be in. Love you. So she didn't bother. Still didn't get an apology. Bull. Tess. I used to tolerate them, and now you can exaggerate the truth a bit, and I don't mind. But more and more I realize that bull-ting is only one of their vices in a sense. Sing by itself is fine every once in a while, if it doesn't hurt anyone, but these types of people tend to be very unreliable, and untrustworthy too. Late, flaking, insincere, etc. Low self-esteem. Covered up with toxic alpha male attitudes. Kindness and true vulnerable honesty is real strength. There is also a religious person version of this. Racists, bigots, sexists and pedophiles. Racists and bigots, if your whole platform for judging Somiano's character is their skin color and what you think you know about their community and family dynamic, plane traffic. And this applies to anyone with this way of thinking. Sexists, lines up with racists. Pigeonholing Somiano's behavior, based on gender is bull. We are not our genitals. And that goes for the men and women who do it. Pedophiles, preying on children is a good way to meet minor demon. Freaks I have known who would go on and on about how hot their 15-year-old daughter's friends are. Worst is clowns who defend pedophiles. No, Kelly and Ron Jeremy are not victims of the Me Too movement. They are predators who are getting their just freaking desserts. PR who ignore something you say and then repeat it to you, as if they'd just come up with it themselves. One-uppers. I get it, man, your life is better than mine. Like this one dude at work, has a terrible habit of doing this. You could say you did something, and sure enough he did the same exact thing, but the way he did it was way cooler and better than how you did it. Like always, it never fails, lol. I stood in line at the grocery store for 15 minutes last night, while this absolute Karen, complete with haircut, hassled the clerk about the coupon price for 40 Yoplait yogurts. She scrutinized the total price, had her scan each of them, and then audited the receipt, before getting TF out of my way, while a massive line formed behind me. So that is the kind of person. I can't tolerate people with political opinions like denying people human rights. This is what gets me when people like Ops say people cannot handle it when someone has a different political opinion to them. Well, yeah, when the political party you support actively tries to control what people do with their bodies and discriminate minorities, including myself, obviously I am going to dislike you. At the end of the day, an individual's political opinion is a fundamental part of who they are. Therefore it is absolutely acceptable to not want to be friends with someone with opposing political opinions, i.e. people who oppose equality and freedom. People who are negative all of the time. Sore losers and people unable to admit being wrong. The confidently ignorant. People who think political opinions do not matter. They reveal a lot about a person, and what their morals are. It is not as simple as handling them. This, I hate Ops sentiment. Political opinions reveal a ton. It's one thing to keep your mouth shut, and not talk about politics at work, because you need to keep your job, and going that route gets all the coworkers riled up and hating each other. Another to just blatantly ignore someone who is spouting political opinions that reveal they are cheering on police oppression or similar. All political opinions are not equally valid and respectable. Some get others hurt. People that believe everything is manifested, or that there's nothing down to random chance at all. Yes, I'm pretty sure people born with disabilities, or born into extreme poverty in a third world country manifested that. /s. You've been visited by the ghost of a very important man. Pay your respects by liking and subscribing, and he'll grant you 3 weeks of good luck.